So you have the ties made bespoke. Must be so expensive. Jake Paul has come under fire for advertising a job that will be paid in exposure and fun. Tana Mongeau spent a week dressed as Billie Eilish and it was iconic. KSI has been called out by his brother over suspected abuse. And of course it's the return of YouTuber Watch. Who will it be this week? All this plus ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting-tang, walla-walla bing-bang, ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting-tang, walla-walla bing-bang on this week's edition of YouTuber News. Hosted by me, Benedict Townsend, and brought to you by PopBuzz, the website that writes sins, not tragedies. And I've seen some of you saying that we write tragedies, and that's not true and that's not funny. Delete that immediately or my lawyer will be in contact. How many jokes do you want at once? That was 2 jokes at once. Our first story, Jake Paul is hiring. And who wouldn't want to work for Jake Paul? You'll hear something? Like from memes. You ever seen SpongeBob? Yes, Jake Paul has an internship position available for a producer and an engineer, and they will apparently be paid in life experience, connections, exposure, and a whole lot of fun. Which sounds perfect. I had a whole conversation with my landlord the other day, actually, about how I'd love to start paying him in a whole lot of fun. And that's come out differently than I expected. I'm so tired today. I was up all night because the rat couldn't sleep. He kept waking up screaming. The rat has future powers and can basically foresee that Dan will try and kill me in the presidential campaign. This is part of this show. If you've not seen this show before, there's going to be a lot more rat content, so just buckle in. Jake says, we want a hard-working person who's proficient in recording on all softwares, Pro Tools, Logic, FL, Ableton, etc. And he also added that he's only after serious inquiries. So no messing around, guys, okay? This is a serious offer for a highly skilled, qualified person who will not be paid any money. Absolutely no money will be exchanged. This is an absolutely serious offer to be an unpaid intern for 0 money. But this is serious. Jake is doing a wonderful thing here. He's offering extremely qualified people the chance to have a whole lot of fun. And hey, who doesn't like fun? I like fun. Hey, I'm just like you. Except a decade older. Naturally, the internet thought this was a fantastic idea and supported Jake in his I couldn't say that with a straight face. No, of course, you got roasted. You got absolutely roasted for this ridiculous idea. Ethan Klein from H3H3 Productions said, full-time in-house producer who is also an intern. Bro, you can afford to pay him, you cyberbully, making reference to the fact that Jake Paul recently decided that he's an anti-cyberbullying campaigner, doing a video where he attacked Cody Ko for supposedly cyberbullying, which backfired about as badly as you'd expect, because Cody Ko's pretty awesome. I mean, not that awesome. I'd never be nice about a YouTuber on this show, but he's, you know, they're all bad, as we established last week in my famous song, All YouTubers Are Bad, available on Spotify now, but he's slightly better. And that's the highest praise I give on this show. Now, to be fair to Jake, he didn't explicitly say that no money would be exchanged, although he did use the term intern, which is of course modern slang for we're not gonna pay you. So we're gonna have to take a little bit of a trip into the caveat cave. Let's see what's happening in the caveat cave. Oh, my video editor really hates me for making him do this, but I've got my torch here, and look, oh, what a dark cave it is. Filled with excuses. And here in the caveat cave, we must caveat that, yeah, Jake has not necessarily explicitly said the person would not be paid. So by noting that, I can't get sued. That's how the law works. And what's this over here? Oh, you know, just because I said all those magic YouTuber health pills that Tati Westbrook has been selling might be snake oil, actually they might not be. So that's a caveat, and I cannot be sued. And oh, my boss is here and he's not happy. Oh, I just emerged from that cave. Oh, so dank in there. But the fact that Jake did not disagree with anyone in their assertion that it was an unpaid position, and in fact responded by simply taking the posting down, indicated that probably, like, yeah, he was never gonna pay this person, who was, once again, a full-time in-house producer. So you wouldn't have any time to do any other job. You would just live with Jake Paul, already amazing, and just do all this production for completely free. You do get to have a whole lot of fun. And God knows, wouldn't it be nice to have a job where you have fun? I am chained to this desk. Our second story, Tana Mongeau, and I know it's pronounced Mojo, but I also know that it really annoys you when I say Mongeau, so I'm gonna keep saying Mongeau. Tana Mongeau spent a week dressed as Billie Eilish, and it was iconic. Yes! Yes, queen! Oh, Billie! Blood coming out the nose? Maniac! I love it! Hair is coloured. It's a blue-coloured hair. That's mad. That's like the colour of my shirt, but it's hair on her head, and Tana dresses her, and I'm screaming, sis. I gotta stop just openly attacking the audience. Yes. I gotta stop saying yes. Yes, Tana spent a week dressed as Billie Eilish, but a fun twist in the tale, apart from the fact that she did look quite effective as Billie Eilish, was that Tana recorded this video while she was still with her ex-boyfriend, Brad Souza, who we've established, very on brand, is something of a rat. If you don't understand what I mean by that, you can watch a previous episode, because I've established very clearly he's not a physical rat. He is a man, but his actions make him akin to a rat. I don't think you're following this. He's not physically a rat. Listen, we've already been over this in a previous episode, but he's not a good guy. Did that joke before? Wasn't good then. Isn't good now. But midway through recording the video, Brad and Tana broke up because it turned out that Brad was cheating on her a lot. So Tana, always the entrepreneur, instead of just canning the video, has cleverly edited around the fact that Brad turns up in the video. So for example, every time she says the name Brad or says my boyfriend Brad, she has just awkwardly dubbed over the word Jake, because Tana and Jake Paul are apparently dating now, and like, we all know it isn't real, but at the end of the day, it's quite funny. Also, every time Brad physically appears in the video, Tana has edited a clown emoji over his face. So it's kind of an amazing video really, because yeah, you get to enjoy the Billie Eilish fun, but you also get to watch Tana basically have a breakdown in real time and then build herself back up again. It's actually quite inspiring. And of course, it's always funny to watch someone just be really, really shady, especially to an ex who has screwed them over. A bit like me with my ex, actress Emma Watson, who screwed me over by well, telling her security that she didn't know who I was, you know. 50 feet at all times. Is that a way to treat someone you care about, Emma? Why electrify the fence? It wasn't electrified the first time I got over it, you know? Tana said, I've been really unmotivated to film this video because I'm not that happy. I knew editing the footage would be like me and Brad, and it would make me really sad. But it's nice to see that she made the most of it. Tana's also a massive fan of Billie Eilish, in case you didn't know. She tweeted recently, I spend every second of my free time watching Billie Eilish performances and interviews. And she said, when Billie Eilish isn't active on Instagram, I feel empty. In fact, here's a picture of them together where Tana is literally bowing down before her. A bit like me when I'm on the campaign trail for my 2020 campaign. That's right, you thought you could get through this episode without me mentioning this? This show is about two things. One, making crime illegal. And two, murdering jokes until they are but dust on the ground. But you know what's not joke? You know what's not joke? This campaign. Vote for me, or you'll be killed. Yes, I do have death squads now. A third story. Hey, do you like fun and laughter? Well, say goodbye to them, because this story's not fun at all. And let's take off our fun and laughter hat. And let's put on our very serious news bracelets, and our not making jokes about serious topics seatbelt, and also our sensitivity sash. Let's talk about how KSI's brother has accused him of abuse. Oh, none of those items worked. Yes, Deji, who is the brother of KSI, has accused him of physical and mental abuse in a 45-minute long video where he says that manipulation, abuse, negative behavior has been taking place since 2012. In the video, he says, as I look at the previous years, it looks like my brother really doesn't support me. The love we have isn't reciprocal. Deji makes a number of claims. He says KSI mistreated him. He said KSI made him take part in challenges in videos that were often painful for him. He says that KSI would get involved with girls that he liked behind his back, kicked him out of the house, was just generally not very good to him. This is all alleged by Deji. KSI has already lost over 80,000 subscribers in the wake of the video, but doesn't seem fazed by it. He tweeted, I've been doing this YouTube thing for too long to care about stuff like that. Subs don't matter anymore these days. KSI, for his part, posted a WhatsApp screenshot that seemed to show that he'd been messaging Deji since December, but getting no replies. Now, obviously, we don't know if this has been edited, we don't know if he's deleted messages, but the point is KSI is saying that he's been reaching out to Deji for a while, and Deji's not been replying. He also shared messages where Deji explicitly says, let's keep this private between us, let's not put this out publicly, and then obviously he posted a 45-minute video. So KSI is trying to call him a hypocrite, and later tweeted, this, I'm replying, and has teased that he's going to do a video himself. Although at the time of recording, that video hasn't come out. And my prediction will be that that video will come out about 8 seconds after this episode of YouTuber News goes up, because that's how YouTuber News works. We've got the freshest stories from exactly 7 days ago. What's that, Rat? I know you've got a tiny tie, it's fantastic. You think the boys and girls have been really good today and deserve a fourth story? Do you think you deserve a fourth story, boys and girls? Statistically, most of you are at least 18 years old, but do you want a fourth story, boys and girls? I can't hear you. How could I? All right then, it's time for a cheeky fourth. I like the term cheeky fourth because it sounds very unsavory, but you can't quite place why. Yes, we've got a rare fourth story for you today, and that is that T-Series, the Indian music and film production company, has beaten PewDiePie to the punch to become the first YouTube channel to hit 100 million subscribers. You'll remember the whole T-Series versus PewDiePie thing. It was a whole drama, and we were all very excited about it. Well, of course, PewDiePie eventually beat T-Series, but they're so close in subs that actually they've been kind of drifting past each other and overtaking each other to the point where no one really cares anymore. Well, T-Series has overtaken him again and has now hit 100 mil. And you know what that means now? That means PewDiePie's channel will be permanently deleted. Sadly, that is the rules of YouTube. I don't make them, Susan Wojcicki makes them. But yeah, if a channel beats you to 100 million, your entire channel is deleted. And I think you get put in prison. Sorry about that, Felix. And I guess long live T-Series. The T stands for tremendous. Here's the motherfucking T-Series. Oh, thank God we got all the news out of the way. Now we can get to the stuff that really matters. Me making up nonsense involving rodents. I'm just kidding. Dan Howell's not a rodent. Oh, come on, we're all having fun here today. Welcome to Dan How Watch. I'm Thomas Series, the founder of T-Series. What's Dan been up to this week? Well, as you'll know from the last 55 episodes of YouTuber News, Dan is currently locked, along with me and the Rat and Whoop Gold, in a 2020 presidential campaign, Make Crime Illegal Benedict 2020. And things are really heating up because, as you know, the 2020 election campaign is going to be decided in about a week or two. That's right, they get the president sorted about a year out, and that gives him time to just kind of move into the president house and pick a nice rug and just get comfortable, work out what the email login is, because that always takes a while. But anyway, Dan has been working hard on his brand new campaign with his new campaign friend, Whoop Gold. They've been touring cities, mostly getting booed, mostly having eggs thrown at them. And it was at one little village outside Hull that Dan Howell this week nearly broke. And let's go to that story right now. Thanks. Oh, Whoop! Truly betraying Ben was the worst mistake you ever made, Dan said in his classic voice. I agree, said Whoop Gold in her voice. Well, Whoop, I think my new campaign slogan, I'm Dan, I thought that would be great. I thought that would get me all the voters. But sadly, it has only gained us 1 or 2% in the polls. People truly despise Benedict, but they love that rat. They really do love the rat and his tiny tie. Well, Dan, said Whoop Gold, I've also noticed that you've got roaming death squads. Maybe if we make people more alert to that, they might not vote for Ben. Shut up, Whoop! We're gonna need more than that to win. We're gonna need to team up with some more famous YouTubers.
Did somebody say famous YouTubers?
Shane Dawson, what the hell are you doing here? Why are you not in LA, not showering and kind of wandering around the house in a robe?
Then I've come here to help you with your campaign. I believe that Benedict and the rat will be very bad for whatever country it is that you are currently running for president. And I've brought a friend with me who is also European.
That's right, it's me, Zara Larson. I've come along to join the campaign. It's me, Zara Larson. I'm a fun party girl. Fail to see how that is in any way relevant to this YouTube-based show, but Zara Larson's star power will surely only bolster us. I've never heard of 4 separate people running for president simultaneously, but just because it's not happened before doesn't mean it can't be done. Let's do it, and let's call ourselves the Legion of Evil. Wow, what an interesting episode of Dan How Watch. It's crazy that all that stuff happened. If I was Benedict Townsend, and in many ways I am, I'd be very worried. Isn't that right, the rat? This has been Dan How Watch. But I want my voters to like me, and surely having roaming death squads is sending a bad message to them. No, you're right. We really must crush our enemies. I'm Benedict Townsend, and I'm Baby. This has been YouTuber News, which airs every week, right here on the YouTuber News YouTube channel. Don't forget to hit subscribe if you haven't already. It's the best way to get the show. There's a button down below, and also I'll give you a little thing you can click at the end of the show. And if you've enjoyed today's episode, or if you've enjoyed it, please could you hit like? Genuinely really helps us out with the YouTube algorithms and stuff. Obviously, we need to hit 100 million subscribers, or we will be put in jail, and our channel will be deleted. This is facts. I don't make these things up. I'll be back next week with more YouTuber News, if you can call it that. Rat-based content, YouTuber Watch, and of course, my wife will be on the show. I didn't know that was happening until I just said it out loud. I'll see you then. And now we're in the end section that I can't ever do properly. So here is last week's episode, if you want to watch last week's episode, and I suggest you do. Here is a link if you want to hit subscribe. Click that little circle, you can subscribe, and here's another lovely video, and it's got to be one of my favorites. I don't need to say the title out loud because I already know it's my favorite. Click on these links now.